So today we'll not only be recognizing the clubs that were awarded Club of the Year in several different areas, we'll also be hearing from several of those clubs about their accomplishments. And I think you'll be interested in hearing what they have to say about why they are successful in these different areas in different ways. And as a late bonus, we thought this was the right opportunity to present a very special Rotary International Award to one of our members. So you definitely don't want to miss that. So before we get things kicked off, I'd like to introduce our district governor for a few more days, Paul Perez, to say hi and share a few thoughts. So Paul.
Thank you, Mitch. So this is the third year of our district's awards program. Like any event, activity, fundraiser that we do as a club or a district, or even our regular club meetings, we need to always evaluate and make changes to make things more fresh and more effective, more interesting, and hopefully more fun. That's what we've done each year for our awards program. Mitch is going to tell you a little more about that shortly. Obviously, we had to make some changes to how we were going to do this recognition and celebration event without the Conference of Clubs. Where we landed with this virtual happy hour is perfect. So I'm glad we went this way. I haven't really reviewed the club submissions, and I don't really need to, because I've been around the district. I've been included in newsletters and emails and other communications, and kept track through social media. And I can tell you that the clubs were extremely active and engaging both internally and externally. And that even continued after COVID hit. So I'm going to enjoy listening to everyone tonight, and I hope you will as well. So thank you.
And thanks, Paul. And don't go too far, as our first awards are right around the corner. But I want to outline our awards program first as just a reminder, so and to some of those that may not be as familiar with the awards program. First of all, we have the district governor citation, and what this does is hold on here. So when when Kyle shared a screen, it took up my entire took over all my real estate here. There we go. Thank you. So the district governor citation, it encourages clubs to strive to be well-rounded in several areas, including fun, membership, public image, Rotary Foundation participation, service, youth activities, and also district involvement. And then there are the individual club awards. And new this year is we actually divided into 4 club sizes. In previous years, we had 3 sizes. And just to be more fair to all concerned, we went to 4 this year with small, medium, medium plus, and then large. And then we have 6 categories recognized today, along with an overall club of the year in each size club. So we have club service, community service, international service, vocational, youth, and then of course, public image. Other categories regarding Rotary Foundation giving and membership growth will be based on year-end numbers, and they will be awarded later. So our winners are based on judging done by 26 Rotarians from around the district, and judges could not vote on entries from their own club size. So again, just reduce the possibility of favoritism. Each category had 8 to 9 judges review the submissions, and the judges were completely anonymous. And I'm quite sure they didn't know who the other judges were because we didn't tell them. And then we have the Club of the Year, and that was awarded based on calculating how clubs did in 9 categories, plus bonus points for judging the governor citation qualification. So there were some bonus points for that. We received several comments. Just about every judge had a comment on how difficult it was to make these decisions, because all the clubs, it's just, they're doing so many great things. And in fact, you'll hear from one of them a little bit later on what they're doing. And so with the background information out of the way, let's begin by recognizing our governor citation recipients. And to make those announcements, it's appropriate that they are presented by our district governor, Paul Perez. So Paul, welcome back. Are you on mute still, Paul? There you go. Yep.
The host was trying to unmute me. So thanks, Mitch. As Mitch stated, the district governor citation encourages clubs to complete certain activities in several areas. All clubs are eligible for the citation, and clubs should be proud to be recognized with it. There were 15 clubs that submitted and achieved the governor's citation, which was also good for bonus points, as Mitch said, for Club of the Year contest. Starting with the large clubs, they are, drum roll please, Lakeville Rotary Club, Prior Lake Rotary Club, St. Paul Rotary Club, and White Bear Lake Rotary Club. So congratulations. There were 5 medium plus, as Mitch said, there were four different categories. We split up the medium. Medium plus clubs that achieved the district governor's citation, they are Greater Rochester Rotary, North St. Paul, Maplewood, Oakdale. Yeah, we can hear a little of that. River Falls Rotary. We had Rochester Risers Rotary Club and Roseville Rotary Club. Yay. In the medium club, yes. In the medium club category, there were also 5 clubs that were recognized. The first one, as it goes, Arden Hills Shoreview Rotary Club. I want to make sure what's on the screen is the same as what I have written down here. So next, Blaine Ham Lake Rotary Club. Then we have LeSueur Rotary Club, Owatonna Early Edition Rotary Club, and finally, St. Paul Sunrise Rotary Club. Congratulations. Finally, in the small club category, there was one club that submitted and achieved the district governor citation, and that is the Lake Elmo Rotary Club. So congratulations to all the clubs that achieved the district governor citation. I look forward to, at some point in the future, presenting these clubs with the actual award. So congratulations.
Yeah, we need to include an applause track next
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, Paul. Now we'll move on to the individual club awards, and we'll show the top 3 in each club size on the screen, and then have a wrap-up slide showing the 4 winners. And then we'll just take a minute to interview one of the clubs that had success in the category. And so there was a lot of competition in the large and the medium plus and medium sizes. We'll give a spoiler alert that will quickly become noticeable, and that is the Lake Elmo Rotary Club was the only small club to submit the awards across the board. So you'll see them as the winner quite a bit. And so now I'd like to introduce our district governor nominee from the Greater Mankato Rotary Club, Kenny Klooster, to present the awards for club service. Kenny?
Thanks, Mitch. Club service involves many of the programs revolving around the operations of a club. Its weekly meetings, fellowship activities. These activities would include, but are not limited to, club programs, social functions, meeting ambiance, family of Rotary inclusion, member engagement, and club fundraising. We'll start by sharing the results of the medium plus club size. So 3rd place, Rochester Risers. 2nd place, Roseville Rotary Club. And I guess it's probably too late to do this, but I'm going to try anyway. There, I'll include my own sound effects. The New Prague Rotary Club. And the medium plus club, service club of the year is the New Prague Rotary Club. Congratulations, and let's move on to the large clubs. So 2nd place, there's a tie between Lakeville and Prior Lake, with 1st place going to the St. Paul Rotary Club. Congratulations. Let's move on to the small club. And as Mitch mentioned, the winner is the Lake Elmo Rotary Club. Finally, let's see the results for medium club. Third place, Arden Hills Shoreview. Second place, Le Sueur. First place, St. Paul Sunrise Rotary Club. Congratulations. Joining us now is the St. Paul Sunrise Club President, Mary Vanderwert. Congratulations, Mary. And Mary, are you on? All right.
Go ahead and.
Okay.
Oh, Mary, are you there?
Yeah, we are. Can you hear us now?
Yep, there
No.
you are. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Good.
So, Mary, what were your significant achievements in the club service area this year that helped your club be successful?
Well, we did a number of things. I have Steve Baker here with me because I left my notes at home. He's going to fill in my gaps.
Okay.
We're at our garden that we're preparing a garden for kids learning next year. So we work every Tuesday night. So some of our significant achievements, we started the year doing a revisioning. We started the year planning, and we decided that we really wanted to learn more about specific topics. So we planned our topics around climate change, around human trafficking, and then we had some other ones planned, and then COVID hit. But we then got speakers around those topics and explored them deeply. And then we did visioning, and our visioning, I think, revealed that we needed to know each other better. So we changed our meeting schedule so that we are meeting with speakers twice a month, or three if there are three. There are 5 Thursdays, and the other 2 we're meeting in a more casual way that allows us to really just talk to each other. And we've actually done more business in those meetings, I think, than in our other meetings. The other things we've started this year is we're doing 501s the first Thursday of every month. And despite not being able to go to breweries anymore, we now put on our favorite hat, and we share an hour of adult beverages in our own room, in our own homes.
Still have a drink. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We also had four or five social gatherings in people's homes. We did a holiday party at my house where we did trivia. We did a hike in Lebanon Hills with Ed Merrick and Sue, and then a beef stew dinner afterwards. Yeah, I think it's been a year of transition. We quickly moved to video meetings, and I have adjusted pretty well to that.
And they're well attended.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah,
I
did we get it all?
I think so, Mary. Yeah.
Okay, you want to see the garden, guys? Can you see it?
Want to move it along?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, it's
So
huge.
we're out here working.
Yeah, we are.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. The work's never done.
It's never
I
done.
guess
And
one
also,
more
Kenny, today we had a great Zoom meeting with the Cardiff, Wales Rotary Club, and it was really fun to kind of share what they're doing. Another small club, but they have a huge impact in their cities, and it was fun to compare how we are going about things, how they're going about things, but just to see really the breadth of Rotary was really neat.
Yeah.
Really neat.
That is awesome. That is awesome. It really is a small world.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask both of you, what's one tip you would give to other clubs that may need help in increasing their member engagement?
Listen to one another. I think you got to listen to one another. You got to try to kind of meet people where they are. We try to, reach out to people that we don't see or hear from for a little while to try to, take their temperature, see what they're up to, and if there's something going on that we need to know about. I think during this COVID time, especially too, we're trying to be very cognizant of that, and that's what I would say.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think listening and then being flexible. You got to respond to what you hear, right? It's got to mean something if you are listening to each other, and you build trust and you build enthusiasm.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much, and congratulations to you and your fellow St. Paul Sunrise members. Mitch,
Thank
back
you.
to you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
great.
That's so great. Thank you.
Congrats.
All right, thanks, Kenny, and congratulations to all the winners in the club service category. Now let's move on to youth service. Here to present the winners is District Governor-elect from the St. Paul Sunrise Rotary Club, Ed Merrick.
Thanks, Mitch. The Youth Service Award is based on programs that benefit children and young adults, working with schools, student scholarships, literacy projects, Interact and Rotaract clubs, Youth Exchange, Strive, and RILA are some examples of youth service projects. Let's begin with the small club of the year in youth service, and that's, of course, Lake Elmo Rotary. Congratulations. Next, we'll move on to the medium club category. And the medium club category goes to LeSueur Rotary Club. Congratulations, LeSueur. And the large youth service club of the year is Northfield. Way to go. Finally, let's see how the medium plus size.
Yay!
Huzzah.
We're happy. Yay!
And the medium sized club, North St. Paul Maplewood Oakdale Rotary Club. Congratulations there. We're now going to hear from two of our winning clubs. Joining us from Northfield is Vicki Dilly, and from North St. Paul Maplewood Oakdale, my goodness, that's a lot all in one word. April Livers. Thanks to you both for being here, and congrats. Vicki, what were your significant youth service achievements that helped you reach the levels you have?
Thanks, Ed. I also have Jean Wakely with me, so I wanted to make sure that she gets noted. You would think that I'm going to talk about Youth Exchange, but I'm not. We had 12 out and 6 in, but one of the other programs that we worked on hard this year was our various projects with the Union of Youth. This is a specific program here in Northfield, and its mission is to provide power and voice to all area youth. We call it The Key. It's named after someone who started it, and it provides a safe place to gather. Rotary brings one full hot meal a month to share with the youth, and when The Key remodeled, Rotarians oversaw the demolition of ceiling, walls, and floor, and financial support in the amount of $20,000. Once the renovation was over, the Rotarians also helped with painting and putting it all back together. The Key added a new platform for homeless youth called the Wallflower Project, and it was providing free and stable homes for extended time periods. And some of the Rotarians opened their homes, and this was their comfort level and based on their experience learned from Rotary Youth Exchange. And so we've supported them financially, and we've invited young people in the community to meetings, and we gave a call to action, and we acted. So.
Thank you, Vicki. April, how about you? What kind of things did your club do to engage young people?
Hi, Ed. Thank you. So I think our most significant achievement this year and every year is partnering and engaging with our local high school, Tartan High School, and their Uprising Club, also known as an Interact Club. We work together on various volunteering projects that impact our community. One of my favorite ones that we do is the North St. Paul Trick or Treat Trail, where we get information about our free reading program in the hands of over 2,000 families and kids. And of course, we hand out candy. Furthermore, connecting these young people of the Uprising Club to our Rotarians to see how we give back and how they give back and learning from them, but also how to stay connected to Rotary beyond high school. We were able to connect with the Twin Cities Rotaract Club this year and partner on a project at the Ronald McDonald House. And that just gave the young people another way to see where they can take their volunteering skills with them and beyond their high school years. Nice. Another one for you, April. How did you identify areas of need that your club focused on? I thought about this one. I think for our club, we really listen to our community. We have our ear to the ground. We're really connected. And we have our annual volunteer opportunities pegged for each year: Salvation Army bell ringing and Feed My Starving Children meal packing. But as a community, as their needs arise, we take action. You know, we take it to the board, we take it to the club, and we take action. So, for example, this year, our local YMCA needed help with their youth program, and we took action and helped them financially.
Okay, thank you. And Vicki, what would you suggest for clubs that are having trouble engaging members on youth-related projects?
I'm gonna have Jean answer that one.
Hi, Ed. Well, you know, our club really is dedicated to youth in so many different ways. We have, what, 7 or 8 categories that we really do a deep dive in, but recognizing people in our club who have a passion for these types of service. And we have, and they have skills, they have passion, they want to be there, you know, to assist. And so clubs, it's one thing to pick up a project, but you have to have a passionate leader who really rallies everyone. Jesse Steed does a great job with our youth exchange. Oh my goodness. And Chris Weber does such a great job with our literacy program.
Emily's on the call.
And Emily is on the call with us too. And Emily Fulton Foley. She's with our key people. She has been amazing in helping the two clubs come together and create a bond. So I think finding people with passion.
Well, thank you, all three of you, for your comments, and congratulations again. Mitch, back to you.
All right, thanks, Ed, and thanks again, Vicki, Jean, and April, for sharing your thoughts as well. Now I'd like to introduce past District Governor Mike Becker from the Greater Rochester Rotary Club to present the awards for vocational service. Mike.
Thanks, Mitch Popple. As business leaders, Rotarians share their skills and expertise through vocational service. Our vocational service efforts can play a vital role in improving the quality of life for people in the community that need direction and they need our expertise. A project can involve any number of service activities, mentoring, career days, vocational awards, adult literacy, business experience, network events, or even talking about your career at a club meeting. Through these activities, you can turn your expertise into an invaluable resource for others. And here's the results. First, for the Medium Plus Vocational Club of the Year. Third, we have Roseville. Second, we have Greater Rochester. And first place, hey, Rochester Risers, go Rochester. Next, we're going to recognize the small club category, and that's, of course, Lake Elmo. Way to go, Lake Elmo. And now we're gonna, next one we will honor is the medium club category, and that'll be third place is Arden Hills Shoreview, second place Blaneham Lake, and in first, that club that meets really early in the morning, better known as St. Paul's Sunrise. Congratulations and way to go. Okay, let's see how the large club size shook out. And I think we had a tie in the first place, and third is Lakeville, and we have a tie with Prior Lake and St. Paul, number 10 at the top. So congratulations, well done to all the clubs that got recognized. And Mitch, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Mike. And this just goes to show how difficult it is to select winners in these categories. 9 judges ranking their top 5 clubs, and we ended up with a tie. So that's just really great. Let's just take a minute to hear from one of our judges about the process. Please welcome the incoming president from the New Brighton Mounds View Club, Edith James. So first of all, Edith, thanks for participating as a judge this year. You know, as a judge, you looked at the entries for 6 different categories. How challenging was it to rank the clubs in each category?
Yeah, thanks, Mitch. If you want to do a good job judging all these entries, you must admit it's a very difficult job. You cannot put numerical values on some of the things that we do, you know, looking at the budget or the money that was spent. You cannot base your judgment on money alone. You have to look at all the other parameters and factors, like the impacts that these projects are having on the communities and the world at large. So it was pretty tough, but I think we pulled it through.
Yeah, and like I said, we heard that from so many judges. And now you're an incoming president of your club. How did the judging process help you to prepare for next year?
To be honest with you, I was very happy being one of the judges. Reading through all the submissions and the entries from all these clubs gave me a wealth of ideas. The Rotary Club is a copycat organization.
Sure.
You see something that somebody is doing, you go for it. On so many of the entries too, many of the clubs mean exactly the same thing. You can see a lot of repetitions from this club. So I actually saved all the information you sent to me, and I've given some of this information to some of the team leaders in my club, like for service, for foundation, all those kind of stuff, so that they can look at all these ideas from different clubs and see what we can duplicate in our club as well. One big thing, that I would suggest for all the clubs, if you want to submit your entries, you cannot wait until the last minute before you start putting your information together. You need to have somebody who is dedicated to submitting your entry year in and year out. Let that person start writing down all the things that you are doing from the beginning of your Rotary year. Take as many pictures as you can. Pictures speaks volumes. Those people that won some of these awards, when you look at their submissions, they have so many pictures to go with their submissions. So I would recommend people use more pictures. It's going to help with our publicity as well. So that's what I can say about that.
Great. And if you don't mind, just one follow-on question. When you mentioned all these great ideas, was there any one particular idea that you plan to implement this coming year that stood out to you?
Yes, the dictionary distribution. The dictionary is huge. I've thought about it when I went to Indiana a couple of years ago, before I even joined the Rotary Club. I was in a park. They were doing what they call school roundup, the Rotary Club. And they were giving out a lot of stuff, backpacks and stuff to kids. And they gave them dictionaries, especially those who are going into kindergarten. So I've thought about it, but we've never implemented it. So I look at some of the entries from so many of these clubs. They have dictionary programs that they give out to kids, and I want us to start that in my club.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thanks again, Edith, for those insights and your efforts as a judge. We look forward to hearing about the great things you and your club accomplish next year. So thank you.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to the community service category. Here from Prior Lake Club is the past district governor and Rotary Foundation team leader, Kyle Haugen. Kyle?
Thanks, Mitch. Service defines Rotary's character. Whether local or international, it promotes Rotary's appeal and visibility in the community and responds to the needs of a local community. Rotary clubs should determine top priorities for service by first learning about a community's needs and assets and then developing a response to them. Here, let's find out, are the winners for each club size for community service. First, the medium plus club category. And the winning club, North St. Paul, Maplewood, Oakdale. Congratulations. In the small club category, Lake Elmo, once again. In the medium club category, here are the top three. And the winner, the Anoka Rotary Club. Congratulations for being Community Service Club of the Year. And finally, in the large club size, here's what it looks like. Congratulations to the St. Paul Rotary Club. So I'd like to stop this, and I'd like to welcome a couple people to talk about their efforts in community service, and that's Lynn Montgomery from Anoka and Michael John Peace from the St. Paul Rotary Club. Congratulations to both of you. Lynn, what were a couple of your most significant community service achievements as a club this year?
Thank you, Kyle. We are so excited here in Anoka in that our club is relatively small with only 27 members, but by changing our focus on community service and establishing leads for each of the organizations and community needs that we saw, it really made a significant difference for us. One of our most successful has been with the ACBC Food Shelf here in Anoka, in that our club used to provide some support and some financial assistance, but now we have 2 leads, one that volunteer weekly there, one that handles the food distribution pickups and works with that side of it, the other that serves on the strategic planning board, helping to implement what is needed there. In addition, then, 4 other Rotarians volunteer monthly to do the food distribution, which is on the Thursday Rotary night once a month. Other Rotarians help with occasional efforts for holiday food packing, etc. And then all of our club works at least once a year on the annual food and toy piece at the holiday time. And so we now have an ongoing piece with this group, as with our other partners, that has made just such a big difference.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Michael John, 2-part question here. What are some of the most significant community service achievements you had, and what were you drinking there when you showed your drink a little while ago?
Oh, a good old $7.99 French rosé from Trader Joe's that I highly recommend is the answer to the second question, which when you have to stand in line, you buy by the case these days. But at any rate, you really hit the nail on the head where when a club is listening to its community and observing the needs around them. And our service with the Rondo Center for Diverse Expression started a couple of years ago when now St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter really challenged our club to get out of our comfort zone. And someone said at his speaking engagement, well, what are a bunch of old white guys supposed to do? And he said, well, you could start by talking with a bunch of old black guys. So that led to our involvement with the Rondo Center, which has led to a project that keeps evolving, our new member project of a health and safety fair that's moved to a sort of a summer-long engagement with the Rondo community of getting safety equipment and health information out, both related to summertime and related to the current COVID situation. And then a really short, quick one was, again, as soon as COVID started, someone said, I'm understanding that the St. Paul schools need volunteers because otherwise they're relying on overworked teachers to deliver meal packs on the buses when the schools shut down. And within 3 days of finding that out, we had Rotarians on school buses delivering meal packs. So that immediate response to the community, I think, was, even though it seemed small, it was the responsiveness of it that really stands out to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another question for you, Michael John. How did the awards program documents help you plan your activities during the year?
Well, obviously it's a good way if you start looking at it at the beginning of the year to set your targets. And being humans, Rotarians want to do everything. But I think what it really helped us do was say, here are things where we just don't have strengths. And so we're not going to reach there. We're going to really focus on things that align with our vision and the assets in the club. But then we're going to try to go to the extra mile. And the other thing that it did is it refocused long-standing initiatives or events that the club has had and said, this is still a cool thing that we do, but the reason it started has maybe gone away. But here's how we're going to align it with both the vision and then sort of focus it into the award criteria, which made it less about winning the award than saying, let's just make sure we're putting a present day focus on all the energy we're expending to make the most impact on members and the community.
Kyle, you're muted.
I know, sorry. Thanks, Michael John. Lynn, how are you able to create member buy-in to accomplish as much as possible in your community this year?
Again, as you have probably heard from some of the other clubs as we've been listening, our big shift was when we started listening to our members and to each other in our meetings and to identify those things that were most needed in the community and which of our members had a passion and were willing to step up to take the lead. So we have now, our members have all identified with what area they would like to lead for us, and it builds this unity within our club. For instance, two of our Rotarians lead our work with the Boy Scouts in our area, and although we've always done something with the Boy Scouts, now our two leads are the ones that inform us of what's happening, what is needed, what kind of supports, make us aware of the various initiatives and fundraisers that they are doing. In partnership, then the Boy Scouts help us on our projects, such as our fall leaf cleanup of our park that we provide support for, or our roadside cleanup. And it's just become a much more significant, impactful, ongoing partnership.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you both for being here and sharing your thoughts, and congratulations to you and your club members. And Mitch, back to you.
Well, thank you, Kyle. And again, congratulations, Lynn, Michael, John, and all the winning clubs. Thank you for sharing it as well. That was fantastic. So as I mentioned in the beginning, we would like to take advantage of this opportunity to present a very special Rotary International Award to one of our members. So here are District Governor Paul Perez and District Rotary Foundation Team Leader Kyle Haugen to make that presentation.
Thanks again, Mitch. The Rotary Foundation Distinguished Service Award is an internationally competitive award granted annually to a maximum of 50 Rotarians who have exhibited exceptional active service to the Rotary Foundation. Financial contributions to the foundation, however notable, are not relevant for this award, so you can't buy it. The recipients must have also received the citation for meritorious service at least 4 years prior. We found out yesterday that out of the 84 nominees this year, 42 were selected, including a member of our district. Kyle will read a bit from the nomination.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul. And this is what we wrote. He has been a champion of the Rotary Foundation since he joined Rotary. He has served in many roles, including District Governor, District Rotary Foundation Team Leader, and most recently, District International Service Chair. He has used his technical expertise to help benefit Rotary in many ways, has given advice to Rotary International staff to help develop programs and positions, and has used his passion to encourage foundation participation in giving and grants to Rotarians well beyond his district. Craig Leiser believes strongly in the Rotary Foundation, and his efforts show that. We're proud today to recognize Craig as one of 42 recipients this year of Rotary Foundation's Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations, Craig, and we look forward to presenting this to you in the near future when we receive the actual award.
Thank you. I truly did not expect any recognition because I've always participated with the expectation, I'll do the best I can. I'll try as hard as I can. If it works, whoopee, and if it doesn't work, come back next time and try a little bit harder. And I think that all Rotarians work and participate very much like that. We find something that interests us and we work really hard at it. And then we see another Rotarian working hard on something, and next thing you know, we got another project we're working on. It's real easy to continue to find projects, and every project helps someone, somehow, somewhere. Just keep doing. And wear orange.
Well, congratulations, Craig, and thank you for all you've done for Rotary and the Rotary Foundation. And I know you don't do it for the recognition, but you know it's really great that we can recognize you here this evening. So thank you.
So much.
Well, let's now focus on one of Craig's favorite areas, which is international service. And here's District Governor nominee designate, who earlier today transferred from the Hayward Club to the St. Paul Club, Dale Quigley. Dale, just in time.
Yeah, I just walked in the door. Thanks, Mitch.
You bet.
International projects obviously take place outside of the United States and should identify a specific need that will improve the quality of life and benefit others within that intended area. Clubs are encouraged to submit applications for both district and global grants and can involve multiple clubs. Other international efforts include establishing sister clubs, participating in friendships, cultural and youth exchanges, and other projects that promote cultural awareness and world understanding. Let's find out the winners. Starting with the small clubs, it is once again Lake Elmo Rotary Club. For the large clubs, here are the top 3 international service clubs. And the large international service club of the year is the Prior Lake Rotary Club. Congratulations. Now let's see how the medium plus clubs go. All right, congratulations are in order to the North St. Paul Maplewood Oakdale Club as the medium plus international service club of the year. Finally, here are the medium club size results. And the medium-sized international club of the year is Arden Hills Shoreview Rotary. Joining us is the club's international service chair, Bob Freed. Bob, congratulations. What were your club's most significant accomplishments internationally this year? Do we have Bob?
Yes, I'm here. Nice to see you, Dale. We had 2 international projects that we were working on this year. One of them, we were able to get a District 5960 grant to help us or help our partner Pushpa establish a sewing school for disadvantaged young women in Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh, India. The school is suffering through lockdown now, but there have been 10 students who completed a first course in sewing, and there have been more than 30 that have participated. And the school is especially welcome in the Amaravati community, which you'll appreciate that in India, it's very important to be well received in a community. You can't come in as strangers and hope to do anything. Through our contacts with our sister club in White Bear Lake, we were able to make contact with a consortium of international Rotary clubs and assist them by submitting a request for a global grant that appears to be headed for approval. And the grant is for the WASH program. It's to fund a water cleanliness project in the Niger Delta area of Western Africa. The project is the last in a series of similar projects in Western Africa to develop a new cultural approaches to the use of clean water to help schools provide suitable facilities for all students who attend the school. We feel privileged to have had the opportunity to be involved in this effort to raise funds, and it's a bit of a follow-on from other active global grants, but we feel especially privileged to have been able to be involved.
Cool. Bob, you know, it's easy when we look at our own communities and search out the need. It's a whole nother ballgame when you're talking internationally. How did you identify the areas that you wanted to focus on this year?
These 2 projects are really quite different. The first project, the district grant that we wrote, was for a charitable organization that was developed in our community, in our Arden Hills community. And I happened to be at one time a neighbor of the organizer, Franklin Gamati, and his wife Shirley was, of course, integral in the project. Franklin Gamati was from Andhra Pradesh, India, and he came to the United States and worked 30 years for 3M and has been successful in many ways. And he developed this Pushpa NGO in India, and they've done a lot of good things, but their motto is they want to help impoverished people help themselves. And we were happy to help them establish this new sewing school in Amaravate. In the case of our global grant, we were willing to collaborate with Rotary District 9141 in the Nigerian Delta region of Western Africa to seek funding for a clean water project that continues work of this kind in that region of Western Africa, where the culture of using clean water has previously been, shall we say, underdeveloped. It's particularly difficult in schools, and I would say in particular maybe for young women.
Thank you very much for that information. So clubs, get out there. There's lots of good to be done in the world. Okay, Mitch, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dale. And we're nearing the home stretch with just public image and the overall club of the year left to recognize. And here to share our public image club of the year is actually me. So, in the large club category, we have the winners coming up: White Bear Lake in third, Prior Lake in second, and St. Paul Rotary Club is our large size public image club of the year. Congratulations, St. Paul. And now here are the medium plus club size results. In third place, it's Roseville. Second, Greater Rochester. And first place, North St. Paul, Maplewood, Oakdale. Congratulations are in order for the North St. Paul, Maplewood, Oakdale Club as a medium plus public image club of the year. Easy for you to say. And we know that Lake Elmo is our small size public image club of the year. And so here are the medium club size results. And we have Blaneham Lake, followed by Le Sueur, and St. Paul Sunrise is our medium size public image club of the year. Congratulations to all the clubs that are recognized for their public image efforts, which is, you know, a big push for Rotary International. We continue to need to do a better job of promoting ourselves, as difficult as that may be for so many people. All right, now we'll end the 2019-20 awards presentations with our overall clubs of the year in each category. And as a reminder, the club of the year was calculated based on a club standing in each of the categories we have celebrated here today, along with 2 Rotary Foundation giving categories, and finally, membership growth. And those are both through May 31st. And so here are the results of our small size club of the year. Hold on here. We had a tie for second with Red Wing and the Cultural Exchange Enthusiast Rotary Club. And first place, we'd like to recognize the Lake Elmo Rotary Club as a small size club of the year. And joining us to answer a couple of questions is Club President-elect Tamara Hartman. Tamara, are you on?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Awesome, congratulations. So how were you
Thank
able
you.
to identify the different projects that your club worked on this year?
This year we had primarily a youth focus, dealing with, well, for the first time we sent some students to Camp Enterprise, which was very well received. We also got a new member out of that. So that was, I think that was that's fabulous. We do a Santa workshop in a lower income area. That's really fun. The club has a lot of fun going and dressing up and helping the kids with projects at Christmas time. Ronald McDonald House is also a big part of what we do, and we make meals. Lake Elmo makes the meals and we serve them. We find that is very rewarding. And at the Washington County Fair, we have a little cart that we drive around. So that's also, I think it's more fun for us, but it's very beneficial for people that have ambulatory needs. So those are some of the things.
Yeah, that's a lot of things for a club. So as club president-elect, the club has set the bar high for you this year. So what do you plan to do for your encore next year?
Encore, we're going to refocus. I mean, 2020 is the year of focus. And so we really want to get laser focused and have probably one focus on international and put our energies into that. And then have 2 to 3 locally based organizations and initiatives that we're going to really focus on to give the biggest impact. And so it's going to be focus. And then we're also going to really focus on getting back to the basics and making certain that everything is consistent and that we have a lot of the tradition that may have kind of slid a little. I think it's important right now. I think people crave tradition and consistency. So we're looking for consistency, focus, and enthusiasm in getting new members. So that's another very big area for us is new members, although we did get quite a few new members this last year. So we're really proud of that for a small club.
Well, wonderful. Well, thanks for being here and congratulations to you and your fellow Lake Elmo club members as Small Size Club of the Year.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Now to recognize the medium-sized clubs, here's our District Governor, Paul Perez.
Thanks, Mitch. We had a lot of great accomplishments from these clubs. Well, let's see how the medium club rankings came out. So first was, in third place was Le Sueur, second place St. Paul Sunrise, and in first place Arden Hills Shoreview. So, and congratulations to President Bill Klump and the rest of the club members. Now let's turn it over to District Governor-elect Ed Merrick for Medium Plus.
Thanks, Paul, and congrats to Arden Hills Shoreview, well deserved. We had 3 different clubs with awards in the Medium Plus category. So let's see how everything came together with membership and foundation giving included. In third place, we have Greater Rochester. In second place, North St. Paul, Maplewood Oakdale, and in first place, Roseville Rotary Club. So the medium club of the plus of the year is the Roseville Rotary Club. Joining us this afternoon is Club President David Cray. David, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
How were you able to identify the different projects that your club focused on this year?
Well, like everybody was saying earlier, we're listening to the community needs and issues in our community. First off, we attacked human trafficking, which has been a district initiative. We've financed some stings. We've worked with training the hotel staff to identify concerns. And that's been really a great thing for Roseville. Another thing is food insecurity with some of our students, elementary schools. So we have worked with Sheraton Story to work with having food for the kids to take home on the weekends so the family has food for the weekends. So that's we've been working on that. And then also the biggest thing this year, I think, has been our new members our newest members have brought some international projects to the table. Recently, we began pursuing a global grant for a water storage tank in the Dominican Republic that was brought to our board by one of our newer members. And another new member just brought a district grant project to us concerning solar lights in 2 rural communities in Ethiopia. So we always appreciate the enthusiasm, involvement and input from our newest Rotarians in our club.
So do you have a tip that you could give clubs that are struggling to come up with new ideas?
Yeah, so we conduct a yearly roundtable to survey our members concerning our club's vision and goals. And we always ask for ideas for the next big idea for a global or a local project. And the members like to offer up lots of ideas when they're asked, we found. Once we have some ideas, we will work with our associated groups in the community. So in the past, we've worked with our local school district, our library, Parks and Rec department, police. And then we've also worked with international groups like Alight and Books for Africa. So we've come up with an idea first, and then we work with these communities or other groups and make it happen.
Well, thanks, David, and congratulations again. I see relying on your members to come up with those ideas is really probably the key.
That's the key.
So now let's turn it over to Governor nominee Kenny Closter for the large size Club of the Year. Kenny?
Thanks, Ed. This has been a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone's getting some good ideas that they can implement in their own clubs as well. Now let's finish up with the large club category, which was the closest overall competition. And number 3 for the year, Lakeville. Second, the St. Paul Rotary Club. And for the 3rd year in a row, the Prior Lake Rotary Club. Now we want to welcome Club President Dan Stanley to answer a few questions. And Dan, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How were you able to engage your members to accomplish as much as possible?
Well, to start off with, our club is very goal orientated, and I think it's just from years of being very vested in our community and the things that we do. At the beginning of every year, we always have a club gathering where basically each of the different teams announce their goals for the year. And so we set the bar right away at the beginning of our year. And as the year passes through, if any of the individual teams has an event coming up in the next week or in the next couple of weeks, they will announce that to our club. And we then follow up usually in the newsletter. And in the newsletter, we have photos of the people doing the different projects that we do out in the community. And then in our meetings, we also bring up photos up on the screen and often spoof the people involved in the individual projects. And I think they enjoy the extra attention to that, but it also kind of keeps it competitive from one team to the other in terms of what they accomplished in the following weeks. So the other thing that we do, I think that we do well is we talk about the individual events that we do throughout the year in our club meetings. And we this year we actually went through a visioning process again. We had to update our strategic plan. And I think that by itself kind of resets everybody to pursue bigger and better goals for the coming year. And that's been very helpful for, I guess, motivating our club.
Perfect, Dan. Awesome. How do you make your club activities fun and engaging?
Well, almost after every event, we have a social time, and then from those events, I kind of mentioned this earlier, is we bring back photos. Sometimes they're fun photos that provide a little humor in the next meeting that we have in front of our club. One of the things we do now is when we had to convert to online meetings with Zoom is we quickly did that and got our members back involved so that there was not much downtime. So they didn't feel they missed out on any meetings. And then we quickly, when we were allowed to go back to in-person meetings, we developed a hybrid plan where we're doing both Zoom and in-person meetings now. So we've actually increased our attendance overall more than we had before by combining the two modes of meetings.
Excellent, Dan. Thank you. And congratulations.
Thank you
Mitch,
very
back to
much.
you.
All right, thanks, Kenny, and congratulations to all the clubs that have been recognized this evening. And I hope you found this awards happy hour entertaining as we learned a little bit about what made these clubs successful while we recognized them. And as we mentioned in the beginning, it's really not about the recognition, though. It's all these clubs and even all the rest of the clubs in our district as well. They're working hard and doing as much as they possibly can. So the real winners are the recipients of all we do as Rotarians. And so with that in mind, I'd like to give the final words to our District Governor, Paul Perez, as he leads us in a toast. Paul?
Thanks, Mitch, and thanks for a great job tonight. Thank you, Kyle, for setting this up and everyone who was involved. So for the toast, we have no winners or losers here. For everything that has been done has been to elevate our members, our clubs, our communities, and the world. The winners are those we have positively impacted through our efforts, our passion, our ideas, And when we make a difference or connect people or lift people up, we are the ones that feel like winners. So here's to all the winners here tonight. Cheers.
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 Cheerio.
Cheerio. That's right.
Cheers.
Well,
Salud.
Salud. Well, thanks, Paul, and thanks all of you for attending tonight. I hope you enjoyed this time as much as I did, and we really look forward to seeing what all of our clubs can accomplish in the 2020-2021 year. So have a great rest of the night, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
Mitch.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Alrighty.
everyone. Bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leaders.
Bye, everybody.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
judges.
Thank you.
Edith, thanks to all the judges.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks to
Thank
all
you,
my
Kat.
presidents.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, good night.
Congratulations to all the clubs.
Thanks, Kathy.
And Craig. Congratulations
And
to Craig.
Craig,
Yes, sir.
yes, Craig.
What are you doing?
Congratulations.
What
He's gone.
timing on that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.